We've got some huge news today. The day before Fortnite Season 3. There is going to be some Season 3 Star Wars news in here, of course, but the main focus, and it does come with a potential free skin. I got a lot of free stuff for you to talk about today, but Apple has been defeated. The 5-year, I guess 4-year, 4-month, and 17-day long legal battle between Fortnite, Epic Games, and Apple has come to a conclusion. There's still other things going on, but the big one, right? This is the reason Fortnite was removed from iOS in the first place, and Tim Sweeney, CEO, co-founder at Epic Games, said this today on Twitter. No fees on web transactions. Game over for the Apple tax. Apple's 15 to 30% junk fees are now just as dead here in the United States of America as they are in Europe under the Digital Markets Act. Unlawful here, unlawful there. And he references the initial post when all this happened, and I'll brief you on it, but it was this, right? Hashtag free Fortnite. Epic Games has defied the App Store monopoly. In retaliation, Apple is blocking Fortnite from 1 billion devices. Join the fight to stop 2020 from becoming 1984. And this was a huge deal back then, and we'll get to more of that in just a second. But let's first talk about his next tweet from, again, Tim Sweeney. We will return Fortnite to the US iOS App Store next week. Epic puts forth a peace proposal. This is public to Apple. If Apple extends the court's friction-free Apple tax-free framework worldwide, will return Fortnite to the App Store worldwide, and they will also drop current and future litigation on the topic. I just love the way he's handling this, man. Like, he's putting out a deal for everyone to see and almost kicking the opponent while he is down, right? While they're down, because yeah, this is a huge win. And just to remind you what's going on here, this was all over the Apple tax, right? Basically, before all this happened, every single app that was on the App Store had to pay Apple up to and mostly 30% of all revenue that they made. This is a massive number. Apple was the only ones who did it at this scale. And Epic Games came and they said, you know what? This is a monopoly. Like, Apple runs things to do anything really. You got to be on the iOS store, right? As an app. And to have this 30% overhead, this expense, before you even do anything, just to pay Apple for using the service, people thought that was unfair, but Epic Games was the first one to challenge it on a legal scale, and slowly they've been winning in different regions, different countries, but of course, America was the big one left on the board. And so what does this mean? What's happening? So starting tomorrow, because of what the lawmakers have said, apps in the US will now have a save 20% with Apple Pay type buttons right next to the normal buttons. Or better yet, only have the link out button on the paywall. Apple specifically cannot limit anything about the buttons. So you can now use an outside provider different from Apple, different from the iOS, and say, hey, we can give you a better price here because if you use this payment method, we don't have to give Apple a big cut of it. So come here, the consumer wins, the company may win a little bit, but really it's good for everybody but Apple and the consumers, us, right? We're going to see a lion's share of the money saving here. So I do want to talk about the free skin news. So a little bit of history. When this all went down, when they first got kicked off the App Store and there was the big battle, Fortnite did this big event, right? Including that free Fortnite thing on Twitter, the hashtag, the 1984 reference. And then they also released a free Tycoon skin, right? And it was this evil looking Apple skin. Everyone got it. I think you had to play in a tournament. There's like 1 million accounts that probably have this thing. It was free, and it was just making Apple look like the bad guy and doing it in a funny way, really. But when this happened, alongside the Tycoon skin, the one that came out, Epic also created another skin called the Pi Patron skin in case Epic and Apple ever reached an agreement. And Tim Sweeney has said that the skin may be released in the future. So no guarantee. I do think this is going to happen, right? Whether it'll be a recolored version, right? A colorful, happy version of this skin. Apple's the good guy. When really they didn't actually agree to anything. They're just being legally forced to oblige to the new rules. But I really think they got to end this battle off with something almost poetic like this, right? A good version of the skin, a happy version of the skin. And I do think it will be free because the first version, the evil version, was free. Pretty interesting. I'll keep you updated. Subscribe, turn your noties on. There is a lot more free stuff you need to know about. And reminder that Season 3, Star Wars season, there's no announcement yet, but I'm thinking either 11 p.m. Eastern or 2 a.m. Eastern is usually when downtime begins. I will have another video going out after this one that will talk more on what to expect, but I wanted to focus on free stuff in this one. So I mentioned this, but there's also another free Star Wars skin you can get right now. It's the First Order Stormtrooper skin. And all you got to do, log into your Epic Games account, link your Epic Games to your My Disney account, and you'll receive the skin next time you start Fortnite. You don't need a Disney Plus subscription. This is free. You just got to link the accounts. Easy as that. They also announced there's going to be a free Star Wars game coming to the Epic Games Store. It should be in May. We don't know what the game's going to be yet, but I'll keep you updated once we know which game it is. And then that's not all. There is this free Asajj Ventress loading screen that you can get, and it's not out yet, but starting on May the 2nd, there's this new Star Wars show coming out, or a new version. It's like these short stories, animated stories of popular characters from the Star Wars universe. It's a great show. It's one of my favorites. It's called Tales of the Underworld, and there's going to be a watch party island on May 2nd, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern, so right after downtime. And you can go with this code. I'll link it down below. It should be on your screen as well. You go, you watch the first 2 episodes, and then you will be given this free loading screen after you log in, after watching the 2 episodes. So another cool way that you can earn something for free by supporting Star Wars, Disney, and obviously it's in theme with our upcoming Star Wars season. So there is some other Star Wars news here. Just letting you know, I am running a giveaway for 5 free battle passes. All you got to do, type code TheCampingRusher in the comment section below with your Epic username. I will choose after the next video or 2, and then you'll be added, gifted. And of course, thanks for using code TheCampingRusher for the battle pass, whatever it may be. I appreciate the love. So the next UEFN collab island will be for Star Wars. I did mention this. So this means the next brand, the next assets that are going to be usable by Fortnite map makers will be Star Wars weapons, things like that. So we'll be seeing a lot more Star Wars creative maps. Will we get the Star Wars pickaxes? Kind of a separate thing, but that's on everyone's mind right now. We'll have the answer to that very soon. And then in-game, if you didn't know, the end of the mini event has happened. Dago finally entered the portal. You can finish the cinematic quests, and then the cinematic trailer is now in-game. We did watch it here on the channel early. It was leaked early, but kind of a cool, different style of mini event, right? The mini event, the build-up was kind of the in-game event, and then this trailer is kind of like the finale of the event, right? Also, Star Wars Lego Fortnite teaser. There's a video there, and they did announce, kind of a weird one, Star Wars and Fortnite Brick Life have been announced. The Lego Brick Life, of course. Brick Bay is getting an Out of This Galaxy update on May the 2nd. Stock up on creds by completing jobs and tasks, and rally your friends to join in on the fun. So they're doing a big update here for Brick Life. People are a little confused. Like, Brick Life isn't as doing as well as, I mean, Fortnite probably hoped, right? It's just, didn't have a lot to do. I haven't played it since the recent updates, so I don't have the best opinion presently compared to when it was first launched. But even looking at the player accounts, like Lego Odyssey, the main Lego mode is for sure better, doing better. So to focus updates on Brick Life rather than Star Wars Lego confuses people, and I've specifically seen this from replies from Lego players, of course. So if you're a Lego player, let me know your thoughts. What is Brick Life missing? Does this Star Wars Brick Life update get you excited? Also, a couple FNCS skins. The FNCS Click skin and Booga skin were officially announced in the last couple of days here. And then I do want to talk about this, the Psycho Bandit. This was a very rare skin, the rarest gaming legend skin. It was over 5 years since this skin was first released. It was released in the item shop a couple of days ago, and we talked about it, of course, but they really brought back the crying emote after 2 years on the exact same day that they bring back the OG Psycho Bandit skin. Shine is saying this is not a coincidence, right? Kind of poking fun at the people who are upset that their OG, their rare skin, is now for sale once again. Of course, it was never supposed to be exclusive or anything like that. So maybe it wasn't on purpose. I don't know. Maybe it was. And just a reminder, Kratos is now the rarest Fortnite Gaming Legends collab. It has been over 1,500 days since this skin was in the item shop, 1,200 for Arcane, and over 1,000 for Street Fighter. Will we see any of these return one day? We'll have to wait and see. That's all I got for you guys. Touch that like button, subscribe, code TheCampingRusher. Take care, talk soon, goodbye.